To use your Teams account, you can either use your browser or the app itself. Go to teams.microsoft.com. You will get this prompt. You can choose to get the Windows app if you have it, but for this example, we are going to use the web app instead. So this is the interface for Microsoft Teams. On the left panel, you will see the button for Activity, Chat, Teams, Assignments, and Calendar. There is also an ellipsis where it shows all the other apps you cannot see. This is also another button for the apps wherein you can check your apps, overview and outline on the left side. On the right side, it shows the recommended app for you, just like the applications built for your organization and the ones built for a specific purpose, like for productivity. Going back to the left panel, you also have the Help button. Now, on the upper side, you can see your search button, another ellipsis for the settings and more, and the account. Let's click this button, and we can see our status. You can actually customize it and even set a duration of how long you want your chosen status to appear. Now, going back, you can also set a status message for them. Like for example, and then show when people message you. You also have here when to clear your status message. You can even set yourself to schedule out of office. Now let's go back. Now right here, I have two tenants. So if I have been invited by region 2 or other regions, I can see it in here. But if other people from the same region as me, I will see it here. That might be the problem you will encounter later on, so make sure to find the tenant where you are invited to. Another, you can click this one for the save. You can also manage your account, Teams for personal use, and lastly, sign out. So that's the interface or overview for our Microsoft Teams. To go through it one by one, let's transfer to the MS Teams application. As you can see, it's almost the same with the web browser. You may just be able to see extra things like this one, where you can download the mobile app. Now let's proceed to the parts of our Teams. In the left panel, let's click Activity. This is where you can see your filter. All the actions made within your organization will be shown here in the left side. Just click the ellipsis to filter out the actions so it's easier to navigate. We also have here the chat. Definitely this is for the messages. You'll be able to see the chats from people here, and of course you can filter this by clicking the ellipsis for unread, chats, meetings, and muted. Here I have Microsoft Youth Ambassador, capstone orientation, so I can see all the details even from before. I can still check the chats, files. I can also rejoin this meeting and even the participants. I can also add more people or leave if I want to. And there is also a button for other meeting details. Now let's try to chat some people. For example, let's message our Region 7 MYA President, John Flex. Let's type the name in the search box and click the person you want to message. Now we have here our chat. Within the chat, we can see the name, the files that have been shared, and the other person's activity. I can also set up a call, a video call or audio call. I can share my screen even. We also have the Add People button and the pop-out chat beside it. Let's go to the chat box where we can type a message. Below it are the formatting text button from bold, italic, underline, strike through, and more options. You also have here the clear formats, up to inserting a link and even insert a table. If you don't want to send the message, you can also delete it. Other things that you can do is mark your message as standard, important, or urgent. You also have here the attach file button where you can send files from your computer or even from your OneDrive. Next, we have an option for you to loop components and definitely emojis, GIF, and stickers. We also have this button where you can start your own meeting. Then we have the stream, praise, approvals, Vivo Learning, and other messaging extensions. So we're done with chats. Let's move on to assignments. Right here, you will have your assignments in order. You can create your assignment by clicking it here. Now let's go to Teams. So right now, I have some teams here which are hidden for privacy purposes. Let's start creating our team. Just click Join or Create Team button. When you join a team, it's either you are given the link or using a code. There are also public teams you can join right here. So now let's create a team by clicking this one. Just type the team name and description, then choose privacy option. Click next once you're done, then you can start typing the members. For this example, let's add our president from before, John Flex, and Haran, our vice president. If you're adding people outside your organization, it's better to type the email. If you're done, click the close button. Now let's check what we can do. Automatically, we have here the general channel. We can also edit our profile by clicking this pencil button. You can edit your team name, description, privacy, and avatar. Once you're satisfied, click Update. Now on the upper side, we have the Post, Files, and Add tabs later on. We also have Create Meeting here or Schedule a Meeting. We have this option also wherein you can see all the details about the team. This is where we can see and add more members, and this is where we can see all the updates and activity of the team. If you click this ellipsis right here, this is where you can see the channel notifications, options, manage channel, and other features. Now let us start pasting contents. To start, let's click this new conversation button. We have here the drop down button where you can choose how your post will appear. You can also adjust this one, and you can also post in multiple channels. Let's choose announcement. And you have options to choose the background. And below you have the same features from the chat. Now another thing you can edit in your team, you can click this one and you can see various options. Now let's go with adding a channel. The purpose of adding a channel is to specify what topic to discuss or who exactly should be added. Now let's add channel. Edit the channel name, description, and privacy settings, then click add. So that's how you create your teams. If you want to check all the teams you are in, just click all teams in the upper right corner. If you click this in one of your teams, you will see different actions you can do for that team. Now let's move on to calendar. Click these buttons to move from one day to another, then click this drop down arrow to jump to a specific date, which is easier. We also have here the Meet Now, a new meeting just like in the chat and Teams. And you can also edit how you can view your calendar through this drop down button. Now let's try creating a meeting. Click a date randomly since you'll be able to change it anyways later on. Start typing details. Once you're done, you can just check the other things right here. You can show us busy, Add category, make sure the time zone is right, edit response option, and registration options. If all details are done, click send. For the Teams meeting navigation, you can check our main Facebook page, Microsoft Youth Ambassador Region 7, for further details. And I guess that's all you need to know about Microsoft Teams.